And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Grab near the marker. It's Fenwick. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Cunningham. Firing to the right, complete. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. Quarterback using all of the receivers at his disposal. This time he found the fullback.
And it's nice to have a guy that can block and obviously have the versatility to also catch the football, so you can mix it up and keep that defense guessing.
The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
Wide receiver going in motion. Offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Cunningham. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab over the middle.
Well, you're opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. And he was looking for the pick six. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw. It's Cunningham. Here comes the heat. And the throw out to the sideline. Good for a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Galloway. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Got out of trouble and throws. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for the 2-minute timeout. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. They'll give it to the back.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
I know some teams have an aversion to punting. It's sort of the new wave of football. But giving the other team this kind of chance, that's just not smart. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
To the air, it's Cunningham. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. Looking down the left side. Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Cunningham. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in, it's Rivers. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab, it's a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Fires on the move. Found the spot in the defense. Breaks into the open on the left. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Takes it the other way.